Out there with her. Hey man.
All right, I see what we doing. You hit me with the amen.
Are we on there, man?
Okay, man. Yeah, we on.
We're on. All right.
Yeah, so
Booyaka.
I know that we are in the end times when we start talking about Kanye's foreign policy versus Donald Trump's foreign policy.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But you know what though? Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
The way the world is set up nowadays, I kind of like people having celebrity before they become president.
Really?
Yeah, just because I know what you're about, or at least I know a little better what you're about. You're not able to hide everything. Like, think about it. You got a kid who you went to school with, right? Captain of the football team, went to church every Sunday, always wore clean clothes, never sagged.
Goody McGood.
Yeah, this kid goes off to college for 4 years, gets a degree in something, The whole time, his family's been grooming him since 4th grade to be a politician, to get him into office.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Whereas somebody like Kanye West, he's been free to be himself. Somebody like Donald Trump has been free to be himself his whole life. And then we know exactly what we're getting into. I don't know why people, it blows me that people don't understand how the world works in situations like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I saw that was going to happen when that happened. How did nobody else see that?
No. I think that's what the powerful people bank on is the stupidity of the
but I guess what I'm trying to say is, I rather know about you. Because, like, this kid could have went to college, been the biggest rapist on campus. You know what I'm saying? But his political connections, they were able to cover stuff up. Like everything he's ever done bad in life, which might be worse, way worse than the most horrible thing Donald Trump or Kanye West has ever done. Is hidden under, and when he finally gets groomed to become, the governor of Illinois or the mayor of San Francisco or whatever, and he works his way up to president. Yeah. He has so many secrets. He's such a bad person, but we just don't know about it.
Well, I mean, as far as the office of president, it make me think, right? You can know about a person, know all their dirty laundry and know all of their secrets, everything that led up to them becoming the president of the United States. But now let me ask you this. When you become the president, do you think you get dirtier or cleaner?
There's no way to get cleaner,
Exactly. So when I say that, I'm thinking no matter how bad you are or how good you are, you're only going to get worse once you get this job because you're going to have to do some bad shit that we ain't going to know about, or y'all going to spin it to make it look like good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather kind of.
But right. I'm not saying like, man, it don't matter if you a serial rapist. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have some kind of comfort in feeling like I know you.
Yeah. Feeling good is good enough.
I mean, it's
messed up, but
yeah, there's a lot of, life isn't black and white. It has an area that's shady gray.
It's a cornucopia of colors.
It's like, there's a lot of confusion out there.
So speaking of serial rapists and confusion, welcome back to the Faculty Lounge Podcast.
Yes.
No, I want to go somewhere, but let's intro the show first. Welcome back to the Faculty Lounge Podcast. This is episode number 94.
94?
Yeah, this is 94. Yep. John J over here in studio with my boy, Anonymous, a.k.a. Stick Boney. Ain't heard that one in a while.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but the pockets is fat like Tony. Yeah. We're back in this thing. No Breeze this week. She's taking advantage of new illustrious opportunities, so she may or may not be here for a while. Make sure you check out our SoundCloud page. That's soundcloud.com /faculty-lounge. Check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/faculty lounge. Also on Spotify, you can search Faculty Lounge, and our podcast will pop up at the Faculty Lounge across all social media. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good.
How was your week?
Man, busy. Yeah. I've been just moving. So I've realized that, one, it's summertime, and two, I've been moving a lot.
Yeah.
And the weight is just falling off. Like my gut, I took a dump this morning, man, and I stood up off the toilet, and my gut was gone.
Hey, man.
Like the whole gut was just like, I stood up, and my shirt was like, it wasn't poking out of my shirt at all.
Gut health is the most important health. And I think in the summertime, that weight just going to fall off. A certain appropriate amount of weight is going to fall off because your body don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how it hold on in the winter and then in the summer it loosen up a little bit. But, yeah, I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, but I just been, like, moving. And then the more I move, the more I want to move.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it feels good. Object in motion stays in motion. Ain't that like Albert Einstein?
Mm-hmm. Somebody, one of them guys.
Yeah.
We need a producer.
One of those white people.
We need a producer. Somebody could just sit over there and be like.
We need a lot of things. I think we need strippers in studio, but.
In studio strippers. I don't know.
Silent strippers.
So I want to know, man, that'd be hard. Just be on rhythm in silence. They gotta have.
Can't even hear the booty cheeks.
AirPods.
Make silent clappers.
Silent clappers.
I think I just made a thing.
I think I don't know what that thing is, but I feel it. It exists now.
I feel like it's gonna be the wave if that wave ever gets discovered. Silent clappers.
Silent clappers.
It's like having spinning rims. Like the rim is good enough.
Yeah.
But it spins.
Yeah. So I like the Bentley rims.
Yeah.
The weighted ones.
That don't move.
Is it the double R or is it the B?
It's the double R,
right? The
Rolls Royce.
They just sit there weighted.
Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, but Jinx. So I was thinking before I intro. Let me just give you a brief synopsis of my week. I've been doing an internal journey to re-solidify my place in the social fabrics of my life, and I've been getting to the crux of my angst and frustration regarding being alive and being black in America. It's been difficult indeed, but that's what I've been doing.
Words thesaurus.
Thank you. I'm by appointment only. But so speaking of what I say, rapists and confusion.
Yeah. I want to talk about the confusion, but
all right. I was just gonna.
But as men in America, we owe our sisters the respect of not laughing and giggling and just brushing over rape.
Oh, I'm talking about a sister, not my sister.
No, I just mean our American sisters.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Karen.
American sister.
Even Karen. Is Karen a sister or she a cousin?
Man, Karen's American. She's a sister. If we talking about American sisters, you don't have to like your sister.
You don't.
Your sister could hate you.
Wow. Have we just? Is this like a peace talk? Is this a peace offering?
I think the olive is branching, man.
Wow. Yeah, Karen, you are our sister.
Mm-hmm. I accept you, and I fight for your right to hate me.
Yeah.
Because that's America. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell getting caught up.
I don't know who that is.
That was, so, all right, I didn't see many theories and scenarios about what exactly Jeffrey Epstein's role was in the pedo ring, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I know Andrew Schultz. You know Andrew Schultz from Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah.
He theorized, because it was a girl. Did you see the doc?
No.
Okay.
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Nah.
So in the doc, they have like the aftermath piece where they show what some of the victims are doing now. And one of them is a painter. And she paint pictures about, you know, that time in her life and girls that she met and stuff. And it's one picture, and it's Jeffrey Epstein, it's Ghislaine Maxwell, and then it's this other dude, right? So the dude is front and center. Ghislaine Maxwell is next to him. And Jeffrey Epstein is in the air in the background, like on a little spaceship or some shit, right? So I started thinking like maybe Jeffrey Epstein was a fall guy and Ghislaine Maxwell played a greater role because she was the madam. Like she was
the one.
Yeah, she was recruiting the girls, right? Like it was like Ghislaine Maxwell was recruiting the girls. Jeffrey Epstein was recruiting the clients.
Oh.
So I think both of them was working for a bigger, larger entity that we'll never know about and it'll never get caught, right? So she just got arrested. The feds just came and got her. What was it? Friday, I think. So the news broke yesterday that she is ready to cooperate fully and name names.
Oh, so that's his ex. What happened to, I'm just reading stuff right here. Oprahmag.com. What happened to Jeffrey Epstein's ex, Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 days ago?
Yeah, the feds came and got her. Yeah, but yeah, she's saying she's ready to cooperate fully and name names, man.
That's funny that's Oprahmag.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure she's gonna name, but I don't understand. What were these women doing with these kids?
What you mean? The
like,
women?
Or was this like, because they got like Oprah and Ellen and
Oh, they visited the island. Yeah. So I left a comment. I was on Vlad and I read the article, right? And I left
the big one: Oprah, Ellen, Hillary.
Yeah, and
Hillary's there because of Bill.
It was Bill. I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if Hillary went too. But I left a comment, and it's a very like a duh moment for me. Women can be pedophiles, and lesbian women can be pedophiles too.
Duh, yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
So.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I was watching Nancy Grace, and she kept emphasizing she's gonna name the names of these powerful men, and these powerful men are afraid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how come women can't be involved in this thing at all? Like, it's some nasty, it's a genre of porno right now where it's older women sleeping with boys that look like teenagers.
Yeah. That's the big one. Like, they come in the house and they steal their daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Was that an admission of porn watching?
Hey,
I think everybody watches porn.
I'm a fan of pornographic film. I'm not ashamed of that. I have a robust collection.
Yeah, I know that, but now they do too.
I mean, hey,
it's
vulnerability. That's why we're here.
This is the faculty lounge.
Yeah, we're here to be vulnerable.
And I kind of want to make this more of a faculty lounge feeling type of show.
Yeah, yeah. But I just thought about, I was listening to Nancy Grace, and then I was reading the article, and they only make mention of men being perpetrators of pedophilia. And I'm like, she's the madam bringing the young girls in.
Yeah.
So
but that's pimping and that's human trafficking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's still pedophilia.
It's pedophilia.
Because it falls under.
It's grooming. It's grooming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not propositioning. What is it called? Where you proposition them. It's a different crime. It's not a felony. It's grooming. It's whatever the thing is.
Soliciting.
Soliciting. You can solicit sex from a minor and it not be a felony.
For real? How does that work?
I don't know. And I heard that from it was a dude that caught the case. He caught the case and he was talking about the charges he got, and he was like, man, I didn't go to jail for I didn't go to jail for having sex with a minor. I went to jail for soliciting. And soliciting is not a felony, but he is a sex offender.
So it's a repeat offense.
Right.
So
even if it's not a felony, that doesn't mean you won't have to register as a sex offender.
Yeah.
Right. So
wow. Can you imagine all the powerful people if this thing really blows up and the evidence comes out and there's hard drives over here and flash drives over there with names and pictures?
Let me just give a disclaimer. The stuff I just said, I don't know to be true.
It's all a theory.
Right. It's all theory and stuff that I heard secondhand. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Yeah. I'm not aware of the penalty for sex crimes.
We don't give legal advice to pedophilia.
Exactly.
Pedophiles.
Yes. Or get legal advice from pedophiles.
Yeah.
So, for me, the main thing is I'm excited to see what women were involved.
I don't know if I'm excited at all because this is just like really negative energy.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for them to be brought to justice.
Yeah.
That's where the excitement comes in at. Like, man, and I think that the most important thing is that we got to stop blanking in situations in an agenda-based fashion. Like, you under the presumption. Like, the way that Nancy Grace spoke about it, you would think that she thinks that you have to be a male to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
And that was pretty disturbing to me because if you're a male, you are the only person that's under suspicion of being a pedophile. Which means if you're a male, you're probably a pedophile. And I think that's horrible.
Man, I was listening to I you know, only thing I know about her is T.I. versus her, T.I. and Killer Mike, you know? But I was listening to the Candace Owens show.
Did you listen to the one with Mark Lamont Hill?
Yeah.
He played himself so bad.
And it was like, why? Man, I only got 19 minutes in. I couldn't go past 19 minutes. I was at work, and I had my headphones in, and it was just like, oh, I can't do this no more. I'm about to stab somebody.
Yeah.
Like, this is horrible. Mm-hmm. How can somebody truly think these things, you know, and then back them up against these things? Mm-hmm. Like, because what he was saying in those first 19 minutes was like, are you serious?
You see how she was looking at him like, bruh, this me.
Yeah.
Like, man, I appreciate the sister. And while we talking about sisterhood, y'all got to remember, you might not like Candace Owens, but that don't make her no less our sister.
No.
Not at all.
This is really our sisterhood show.
Yeah, because I appreciate.
We done accepted Karen. Now we on the Candace.
Yeah, like I've always liked her ability to debate and her objectiveness.
Yeah, and she's
objectivity.
Good. And it's the thing is that you can only debate on what you choose to read. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what the other side knows, you know, it's gonna be, you're gonna meet. You know, it's going to be a hard...
You're going to be met with resistance.
Yeah. It's
like with the Mark Lamont Hill thing, it was like Candace Owens was being objective and Mark Lamont Hill was being as subjective as possible.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't have a successful debate. They was just saying, I'm going to say this, now I'm going to say this. Now I'm going to say this, now I'm going to say this. There wasn't anything to debate.
It was, man, it was...
And from a black man, it was very painful for me to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't watch... a lot of it.
And I don't even want to colorize it. As a man, period.
Well, no.
I mean, I can colorize it, but I don't have to have that same feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was talking about, it was just, I forgot how we got to that.
Because we were talking about, what were we talking about? I know we were talking about female pedophiles and, you know,
we're not calling Candace Owens a female pedophile.
No, not at all. I hope she's not. She's married. I hope she ain't. We're moving right along.
Yeah. But
well, we got to switch topics anyway, man, because we ain't got a whole lot of time.
Yeah, we got stuff to do outside.
But I like when we get to these kind of subjects where we can break down the compact references to tropes and stereotypes and you know, what you believe versus what's true. You know, so like when I just said, as a black man, I felt like this, right? But as a man, I feel this way too. Like I don't have to colorize it to feel this way as well.
Yeah, because it wasn't a black on black crime. Mm-hmm. It was a left versus right thing.
Yeah.
And the right was like,
like, man, I could feel like if you're a leftist, you would hate to watch that because you have to agree with what the right was saying.
Yeah.
Like, So, speaking of sexual predators, we got to address something, man. We got to address the elephant in the room, man. Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie Gibbs is going on record and verbally assaulted and made sexual innuendo towards one DJ Akademiks.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna what would you call that act? Is that molestation? What is that?
Yeah, it's assault.
He is threatened on several occasions to sexually assault DJ Akademiks. When he sees him, he's gonna squeeze them titties. Bruh, going from everything from debating foreign policy between Trump and Kanye to Freddie Gibbs threatening to squeeze Akademiks' titties in a freestyle. This is the wackiest time I've had.
Yeah,
yet.
Man. And I don't know, man. And just sports, man. Like I was playing 2K yesterday, and I actually hooped in real life yesterday.
I hooped in some chucks yesterday. My feet hurt bad as hell.
The 60s called.
Man.
They want the NBA back.
Man, the 60s called. They want their arch of their foot back. Boy. But anyway.
But
do you know why they into it?
Who, Freddie Gibbs and Akademiks?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he said something about his kids, no?
Well, it started with Freddie Gibbs was, I think he tweeted, "Let's cancel DJ Akademiks." And Akademiks, you know, he got a Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And this man gets drunk. Like super stupid drunk. So at the same time he was saying that shit about Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, he started going in on Freddie Gibbs, like talking about his kids, calling him a little nigga and you can't touch me and all, like talking in a way that someone with DJ Akademiks' disposition shouldn't talk to a person like Freddie Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, Freddie Gibbs gonna take Akademiks serious. So he made the T-shirt with Akademiks in a Teletubby suit.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, and he brought out the freestyle.
Oh man, that was a good freestyle.
It was.
That was an actual freestyle,
and it was very entertaining.
You know?
So
yeah, like I was listening to what's the last Alfredo?
Alfredo's great,
and it's just like
I'm getting a T-shirt.
Man, he's a really good rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody puts him on the top 10 list for the 2010s or for anything.
I've been trying to put him on the list since he signed with Jeezy. That BFK mixtape, his first thing from CTE, that mixtape still is one of the coldest ones from that era, man. It still hold up well right now.
Right.
But I think they didn't start. I think he found his niche in doing these mashup projects. Yeah, like Pinata and Bandana and Alfredo. Like these
now, who is Alfredo?
Alfredo is Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Get it, Alfredo.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
So you know who been doing that is Currency.
Yeah,
and Currency said that he's been doing that in order to give the producer the light that they deserve.
Yeah,
like
Carrollton Heist, the joint he did with Alchemist, that's one of my favorite Currency tapes.
See, so the way he explained it was, I can get a party beat from the party producer, and I can get a sad beat from the sad producer. I can go get some old orchestral shit from the orchestral producer. Or I can let one producer shine like I'm gonna shine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And let him he was feeling happy this day, so he made this beat. He was feeling this way this day, so he made that beat.
But I like those projects. It remind me of how rock albums was made. You know, the rock groups just used to lock in for a month.
But that's what you call it. That's what hip hop used to be.
Yeah, it was the
Eric
DJ
B and Rakim.
Yeah, it was the DJ and the rapper.
DJ Premier,
Jam Master Jay and Run DMC. Yeah. I like that it's going back to that essence. But, you know, Gibbs, I think at this time, the combination of producers like Madlib, producers like Alchemist, which are legends at this point, in combination with the cult following, the independent movement, and the merch movement. Yeah. He fell into play at the perfect time. Yeah. And if anybody can go to war against Akademiks and have it be as funny as it needs to be, it's Freddie.
See, because
like it's gonna be funny as hell.
Like Vince,
he gonna win.
Like not Vince, but Vic, whatchamacallit? Vic was just all in his face.
Serious. Like Vic wanted to fight.
You a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like Freddie will beat him up, but it's gonna be funny before he see him and touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vic was just like, I'm gonna beat your ass right now.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about it.
Like, and if you do something, I'm gonna slap you. Shout out to Vic Mensa, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I just wanted to touch on it. Ain't too much to break down.
You just wanted to touch on it.
Yeah, I wanted to squeeze them breasts. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Midwest dude, man. He from
Gary, Indiana, man.
Yeah,
That's where the Jackson 5 from, right?
Yeah,
from Gary.
Yeah, he got a great story about meeting Michael Jackson.
Oh, he actually met Michael Jackson?
Well, he didn't meet Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson came through the hood. Michael Jackson was throwing chicken out the sunroof to people. Yeah, look, it's on YouTube. I forgot who he did it with, but yeah, look that up. Look up Freddie Gibbs, Michael Jackson. Funny ass story. And listen to Scottie Pippen by Freddie Gibbs, man.
Scottie Beam?
Scottie Pippen.
What's Scottie Pippen?
It's one of his coldest songs ever. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's on, but I heard somebody else say listen to Scottie Pippen, so I looked it up.
And it's cold.
Bueno.
Aye.
Bueno. So
that's weird how Gary fucks with Chicago sports teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go to Kenosha, and it's all Green Bay. Like, as soon as you cross from Lake County into Kenosha County, you out of Illinois, and you in Wisconsin, it's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But, like, Gary is like a neighborhood of Chicago. Kind of.
That's messed up that you consider, like, Northwest Indiana and Gary Chicagoland.
Yeah, Chicagoland area.
Yeah, and it's a whole nother state,
so
though.
It's not Chicagoland, it's the Chicagoland area.
Right. Chicagoland area. And they always reference Northwest Indiana with 40 minutes from downtown Chicago. Like, it's a whole nother state.
Yeah.
Why y'all doing that?
They got their own Annapolis. Right in the middle. It's Indianapolis.
Right. They got a whole nap town. Why y'all got to reference? Why we got to reference us in they stuff?
And they got Super Bowl rings.
Right, the Colts.
They ain't got no NBA ring, right? The Pacers ain't never won?
Nope. Never won a ring. That's crazy. Reggie deserved one.
You know, every woman in Reggie Miller's family has some kind of basketball ring.
Yeah.
Like, even his daughter's got, like, high school rings.
Yep. See,
his sister got WNBA rings. His wife got a fucking college ring.
You know why? Because Michael Jordan is not a woman. That's the only reason why. If Michael Jordan was born a woman, Reggie Miller would have at least two. At least two. Charles Barkley would have one.
Gary Payton.
You know what I'm saying? Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Penny, and Shaq could have got a couple.
Yeah, the NBA would have been boring.
Yeah, Michelle. If it was Michelle Jordan, I think the WNBA would have started about 30 years early.
Or they would have just let the women in the NBA a long time ago.
All right, let's not go too far. What else we got, man?
Speaking of touching on it, your man.
These segues, man.
Your boy, Terry Crews, is
Scary
back
Terry.
in the news.
Yeah.
Well, explain to them what you explained to me earlier.
Okay, so.
This also goes into
right
what we were talking about, the whole confusion for the holidays.
Yeah. So let's get into this, man. So I was on Instagram today, and somebody screenshotted Terry Crews' Twitter post. And in that post, he was just saying, like, man, are all white people bad? No. Are all black people good? No. And then he said something like, man, it's good people come in all skin colors, and I'm always going to be on the side of good people, and that's the hill I'm going to die on, right? Mm-hmm. So him saying that, when I read it, I was like, okay, that ain't too razzle-dazzle. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's not radical.
I agree, right? I go into the evil comment section, boy. You would think he said something about killing babies. Like, man, hey, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, man, didn't we cancel him already? And I'm like, oh my God.
Damn. How did you find stuff like this if he's already been canceled? Who's still following him to cancel him?
And you broke it down to a greater degree for me. You said that those comments are reminiscent and very similar to the comments of El Hajj Malik Shabazz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
when he came back from his pilgrimage to Mecca.
Mm-hmm. And it had sure, Malcolm X didn't feel that, but when he made his pilgrimage and he came back, he changed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the person he was when he died.
Yep.
You know, and you got to respect that.
I think that's part of the reason why he was killed.
You know,
the main reason, if you will, but that's beyond the point.
Yeah, because I mean, first and foremost, and I like the way they fall in the year. Because first and foremost, you need black unity, which you've been saying for the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
You need black unity before you can have black and white unity.
Yep.
Right?
And he said that too. White people can help us, but they can't join us.
So I like the way that Juneteenth comes first, and then a couple weeks later you get the 4th of July.
Look at you.
It's symbolic. You know, you get your shit together first, and then you celebrate all of us.
No tap. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So we back in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you.
But I definitely agree with Terry Crews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with. I always get his name wrong. Man.
El Hajj Malik Shabazz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to write that down.
Mm-hmm.
I got to write that down 5 times.
Yeah. But you know, and that ties into what's been going on lately, and I'm seeing it, and it's. Let me preface what I'm about to say with this statement. Like, man, I will fight and die for the right for anybody to express themselves however they feel. And if you gaining knowledge and doing the research and learning about things, good for you. I'm proud of you, and I will help you in all of your efforts. But what I'm not going to do is act like the way of the masses should shun the ways of people who think differently. Because that defeats the purpose of everything that we're trying to do. Yeah. Right. Like, so a lot of people were not celebrating the 4th of July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's one thing. But people were not celebrating the 4th of July because they celebrated Juneteenth, which don't make a whole lot of sense to me.
It's like you got a punch card for annual holidays.
Yeah.
And because you punched Juneteenth, now you can't punch the 4th.
Right.
Or you're not going to be able to punch Halloween.
It's like if you celebrate Halloween, you can't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Like,
but people celebrate Christmas and Kwanzaa at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's very true.
You know?
And both of them are fake holidays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kwanzaa is an American holiday.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I seen a shirt, and it was like, all right, it really confused me. Because it was a Juneteenth shirt, but on the shirt, it had 4th of July, and they had it crossed out.
Okay, I get it now. Now I get the shirt.
Okay.
This is not my Independence Day. Mm-hmm. This is my Independence Day. I'm wearing a shirt. I was pronounced independent on Juneteenth, not the 4th of July. This country became independent on, the 4th of July. But that's not the real day, right?
What?
That's the day that
July 4th?
Yeah, is that the day that they signed
the Declaration of Independence.
All right.
And the Bill of Rights was created.
1776.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, all right.
Now, I wonder how many people know that.
Yeah. We're in the faculty lounge, though.
Put it in the comments if you knew that already.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a majority of people that don't know that. That don't know what happened on July 4th, 1776, where it happened at, or what the significance of that is for your life today in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably think it's the day barbecue sauce was created.
Or the day that slavery was invented.
Yeah. Some people are probably celebrating with a Confederate flag right now. Mm-hmm. Celebrating the independence of the United States with a Confederate flag.
Yeah.
That's, oh, wow.
I think it's a whole lot of silliness. And I can't forget. I was watching this dude on YouTube, and he broke it down great, right? he was like, okay, so in this country, you can drive down. Well, we on Chicago Avenue. You could drive down Chicago Avenue, right? You drive on Chicago Avenue from Cicero to Ashland. On that drive, you're gonna see an African flag. You might see a Confederate flag. You'll see a gay pride flag. You see a black pride flag. You'll see all of these different flags, right?
Blue Lives Matter flag.
A Blue Lives Matter flag, a Black Lives Matter flag. You see all of these flags, right? The problem is not that all of these flags exist, but the flag that affords you a right to fly these flags
isn't up there.
Yeah, and that's very strange to me. Like, man, you can't see your own nose per se.
Yeah.
Right? Like, man, you cannot go to Afghanistan and put a gay pride flag in your yard. You'll be buried up to your neck and stoned to death.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, it's no two ways to take that, in my opinion, because the fact of the matter is, the reason why you can do that is
the American flag. Well, not the American flag, but what the American flag stands for.
Right, and what happened on July 4th, 1776.
I guess, what is a flag?
It's a representation.
Is that because, like, you know, you got the red bandana, the blue bandana, or you got the Afghani flag or the Cuban flag, or, you know, you have the white flag.
Yeah.
I guess white flag is I give up.
It's a representation of status.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Because I never understood why flags and crest and why these symbols were so important.
Status, yeah.
It's just a representation of the status. It's like the dollar is a representation of what you did to get it or what you're gonna spend it on. Like this $1 represents this 99-cent cheeseburger.
It's dub.
Yeah.
So with that,
or the work you did to earn the dub.
With that, I'll say that, man, you can celebrate both, and you're not wrong.
Yeah, see, and
you're not wrong for celebrating one, but you're definitely not wrong for celebrating both.
And I like the way that we kind of got a little confused.
Yeah.
And we caught ourselves and got back on it.
Yeah.
Because it is a very confusing topic.
It is.
In a very confusing time. You know? And it's like, yeah, you kind of do have to respect the American flag. And this is coming from a guy that doesn't care about anything. You know?
I mean, and that's true of both of us. Both of us have the unique quality that we do not subscribe to groups.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be in nobody's nothing except for the faculty lounge.
Yeah.
Because that's mine.
Yeah. We did this.
Or the McFadden family. Because that's mine.
Yeah.
But everything else, nah, I'm just me.
But I do feel you when you say you got the gay pride flag. You got the Blue Lives Matter flag.
The Black Lives Matter flag.
You know
The
African flags. Yeah, the Jamaican flags.
The Puerto Rican flags.
Yeah.
You can have a flag from any country in the world in this country because of...
You know what the one flag that gets me, man?
The white power flag.
I've seen, low key.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of Puerto Ricans over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, the black Puerto Rican flag?
No.
What?
The fucking Trump 2020 flag, man. I don't understand it. It's like you got the Puerto Rican flag on one side, and you got the Trump, not the American flag, but the Trump 2020 flag. Like,
look, man.
Go.
Look. I'm gonna break this down with supreme understanding, right? So in this,
I only singled out the Puerto Rican flag.
I ain't even gonna talk about Puerto Rican
because it's, you know what I'm saying, it's been the celebration. And there's been Puerto Rican people with flags. I'm not just only singling out Puerto Rican people as the flag we're talking about.
So my explanation don't even involve Puerto Ricans. So pretty much, I look at it like this. In this country, we live in a democratic political system. So you have to choose not a person, but a party to vote for. Right? So if you're a Republican, who else's flag you gonna have?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you might not even like the president, but if you're a Republican, what else you gonna do?
just fly the American flag.
And you can do that too.
What you're saying?
No. What I'm saying.
No, you're saying the American flag gives you the right to fly whatever flag you want.
Right. And that's
it
where
represents your right to fly any flag you want.
And I think if we were to acknowledge that as people in America, that would unify everything.
Yeah, and it would you know what I'm saying, it would probably end this stupid face mask debate.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to put this face mask on to help other people? It's not helping me. I'm helping other people by wearing this fucking face mask. Yeah. Because we're all American. You see the flag?
Yeah. The division comes from necessity for individuality, right? We talked about this a long time ago. People need to feel like individuals.
Yeah.
Right? And you can do that. You have the ability to do that, but at the same time, you are a part of a whole thing. And I think people choose not to acknowledge that, but if they did, a lot of the problems of division that we have in this country would be solved.
Because so I have a hypothesis
would be well on our way to something.
A hypothesis for a solution. I feel like more Americans need to leave America.
Perspective.
Yeah, because when you go to another country, you don't see any American flags.
Nope.
You
don't see any other flags except for the flag of that country.
Yeah. Like, I've been to one other place.
Unless you're at the United Nations.
I've only ever been to the Dominican Republic.
Or embassy.
I've been to Puerto Rico, but they still flew American flags in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You know, but I've been to the Dominican Republic. You didn't see not one American flag.
No.
I know at least you've been to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like, you ever been anywhere else?
Out of the country, no. It's just Jamaica.
Yeah. See, because, like, we do everything. Like, we've been to Memphis and New York and Florida, and we've been everywhere. But that's all in America. You always see American flags everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know? But once you leave the country, you low-key start to miss that American flag. Like,
and then,
ain't no American flag.
And you know what's funny? That say we both black men, right? So under the flavor of today, me and you are special, right? Given what's all this going on.
We're African Americans.
Yeah.
That's what makes us special.
Right. We so-called African Americans, and that makes us special now,
right?
Because
if we go anywhere else, we're the good Americans.
So if I'm an African American, right? Why is it that I become some kind of enemy or hateful person if I was to fly an American flag outside of my house?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Because you're the African from America.
Right.
Well, I guess that's what people want to call us.
But it's expected of me because of the way my skin looks that I should be anti-American.
Yeah, and I guess, is that the problem? Is the problem that the majority thinks that this small minority is just unpatriotically anti-American?
And I don't like that, because everybody I know, for the most part, has a family member that has served the country.
Yeah, whether it's a police officer,
firefighter, army, military, any military. Like, we all have people that are related to us, so-called African Americans, that have served the country out of an ideal of patriotism, right?
Yeah.
So how come it's so out of the ordinary for you to actually like the flag that represents the shit that you enjoy on a day? My ability to sit on this microphone and say shit.
Man, you gonna make me go to motherfucking Old Navy and give me a fucking 4th of July t-shirt, man. Like, you really got me, like, you've really talked me into a level of respect for the American flag today.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't, because I've never really looked at flags like that. I've never really understood the allure of a flag and what a flag means and what that crest or that design stands for. And, you know, like, yeah, I love the Chicago flag, you know what I'm saying? And I know that it's the Chicago River and the Lake Michigan, and then I can't remember all
Nobody
four
remembers
of
the four of them except for Harry Carey.
You know, but you know that you know what it stands for, and you see it, and you see the graphic design, and you understand that it's like this what it means to be from Chicago.
Right.
And this is the representation of you being from Chicago. I just wish there was some kind of black in the Chicago flag. This is
Put a black border around it.
You know?
That'd be cold.
I used to do Sabu, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm glad that I could have this conversation with you on the camera and you get something from it right now.
Yeah, because you are right. The American flag is the representation of America. When people say, I'm willing to give up my Second Amendment right, or I'm willing to give up my 14th Amendment right for this, it's like, bruh, in order to give up that right, you have to acknowledge the American flag.
Like, I seen somebody with the Juneteenth shirt with the 4th of July crossed out with a hat on with an American flag on it. I'm like, did you look in the mirror before you went outside?
No, but that's still America. Black people in America got their independence on Juneteenth.
No, I guess it was more than the presentation. It's this person's belief system.
But
like
now,
denouncing America, but
now,
wearing the hat with the American flag on it.
Now, as an African American, I really don't like that title, but for the sake of
it's
this
not real. Jesse
conversation,
Jackson made it up.
You know what I'm saying? For the sake of this conversation, as an African American,
as a so-called African American,
yeah, as a so-called African American, do you know more people who I want to say not unpatriotic, but who enjoy their rights more than people who are constantly, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you know more people who exercise enjoying their rights, or do you know more people
who are oppressed?
Yeah, who are like, fuck America, and it's always fuck
anti-Americans.
America. Yeah.
So I think what I'm seeing more now, and this is I'll just take my immediate circle, right? Now, I think that social media has done a brilliant job of weaponizing people's emotions, right? And in this day and age, black people's emotions have been weaponized to the fullest extent. It's like a nuclear bomb right now.
Yeah, and that's funny to me because I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. But I know for me, I think more people are coming off of the extreme of I hate America or I love America into a place of I don't know how I feel. It's more confusion than anything.
Yeah.
But I know in my guys in my age demographic and the people I talk to on a regular basis, it's half and half. So half of them is like, man, fuck America, while enjoying, amendment rights. And then the other half is like, nigga, you trying to erase your own history. Like, your family fought and died for this country at some point, and you know them. Like, you went to the family barbecue with them.
Yeah.
And ate with them after they came back from deployment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you can't just, so it's half and half for me.
Hey, man, shouts out to Spike Lee too, man.
Oh, the Five Bloods?
Yeah, I had to watch that.
Five Bloods was cold.
I didn't understand the CGI, horrible age changing and shit. Like, y'all could have just got pictures of y'all and photoshopped them on.
But Delroy Lindo in the movie, he was a patriot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was crazy as hell.
Yeah.
He was a patriot.
Yeah, I was like, wow, he went out.
Like, he was the American being American in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you that.
As coarse and crass as that may appear to be, it is what it is. But every American ain't like that.
But he also was going through the most.
Yeah.
And he kept the biggest secret.
Yeah.
For a lifetime. Literally. He took it. We watched him take it to the grave.
You know what I like about this conversation that we had? This particular section of our conversation? Not once did we mention white people.
Nah. We didn't. Yeah, there's nothing. They're not. It's not about them.
So
we've already established that Karen is our sister.
No, I'm just saying that
we just African. And for the sake of this conversation, we're African Americans,
so-called African.
Because it wasn't a black white thing.
Yeah,
it was a black in America experience thing.
I think that you could qualify this as a non-colorized conversation
until right now.
No. I mean, I'm just looking back, and it just hit me like, dang, most conversations that you've had about America in the past month or two have been colorized conversations.
Yeah.
Like it's like you try to talk about the black experience, but you're talking about white people. Like,
so I
what's
guess
that?
This is healing. This is us understanding that we're in a confusing time, and we're all confused.
And that's okay.
And this is okay. And this is us healing ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not about, look, you run into a wall, scrape up all the skin off your arm. Is it my fault that you ran into the wall and scraped up all the skin off your arm? Or do you have to let the skin heal?
Or is it the wall's fault for being a wall?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the wall is the wall.
I like that.
I was over here. You know what I'm saying?
And you ran into it.
Yeah, and now you're hurt. And you're confused. You don't understand why this happened to you. But
my skin gone.
But I can't heal you. The wall can't heal you.
Right.
You have to heal yourself. And your body's going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even have to have faith that your body's going to do it. Your body's going to do it whether you care about it or not, whether you believe it or not.
And just like any healing process, it takes time.
Yes. You know, but you have to have these conversations, and you can't involve another person's opinion or issues in this conversation when it's about healing yourself.
So my personal experience in trying to have this conversation, because the reason why I was able to flesh it out so well is because I've thought about this long and hard and tried to have this same conversation I'm having with you with a lot of people. And every time I begin, I'm met with nothing but animosity. Nothing but, except for one other person.
Well, see, because, like, I came at it as like, everybody's going at these Confederate statues and trying to banish the the Confederate flag.
Trying to change and erase history.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I've just been thinking about, like, representations, you know? Like, your credit score is a representation of how good you pay your bills.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Your credit score is a representation of your word, you know? And I've been, like, working on that, you know? And I've been, like, trying to get into caring about this whole Confederate flag thing and this whole COVID-19 after the big event. What life is going to look like after the big event, the new normal, you know? And just representations of the future and just representations in general I've been looking at more. And now with this whole flag talk, I understand a little more what the American flag stands for. You know?
What I need from you is understanding. But yeah, I like that you said the Confederate statues. You know what I was thinking about? I'm mad.
About what?
Because, like the eagle, right? You broke down what the eagle meant, and I got to see the eagle. The eagle is an amazing piece of art, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see these Confederate statues because I never seen them before. Like, don't get me wrong. If you want to take them down, let's take them down and put them in a museum. But some of these statues were taken down and destroyed, right?
Yeah, horribly.
And
I just spray painted and chipped that. And
I'll never see it. Like, damn, man, I want to see
a lot of shit you would never see.
Yeah, but I mean, these are things that I could have seen, and they were just taken so abruptly.
I mean, what about the thousands of species of animals that go extinct every year?
Well,
you'll never see them again.
Yeah, but that's a little different.
You could have seen them. And God put them here.
That's a little different. And the reason why it's a little different,
like, that's nature. Like, is
because you're talking about life.
Yeah.
Expiring. That's what life does. The statues were made to not expire. Forever. Exactly. Yeah. I just wanted to see them because I never saw them.
Yeah. But what do you know about Charleston, North Carolina? I mean, what do you know about, Baltimore, Maryland, or Buttfuck, Tennessee?
So just like you go through the boulevards in Chicago.
But were you ever gonna go to these places?
Yeah, I planned on it.
Because look, that. I feel like you want to see them because you would never. Because I feel like you want to see them because you can't see them.
Well, nah,
but you never would have actually took your time to go see them.
I'll tell you exactly why I wanted to see them. Because just like you can go through the boulevards and the statues that's in the boulevards tell you the story of Chicago, like that's in every state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's pretty freaking cool to me. And even if the history of a state is bad, that don't mean it's not history no more.
I just feel like knowing you, I've never heard you say, oh, I want to go explore this part of American history.
Yeah, like the whole thing about me wanting to go and see the Pacific Northwest and wanting to go to Wyoming and stuff and South Dakota. Like, I want to go to these places because this is the history. Well,
I mean, that's the land. This is our land. It's not history. It's still alive. It still exists.
I mean, but like Wyoming, for example, Gettysburg, like it's a very historical place where war was fought.
Yeah.
Like I want to
kind of just to like, yeah.
I want to go there and see that and feel that.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Pause.
And I want to go there for a whole different reason. Because when I went to Wisconsin Dells, the one thing that got me in Wisconsin Dells was the Native Americans that was out there, the Indians. Like it's weird because they got a new First Nations TV network, and you know,
oh, that's pretty cool.
Some people prefer to be called Indians. Some people prefer to be called Native Americans. I guess Indians don't like the American word in their native.
Well, I know what I like to be preferred to be called, but you know, when I say what I prefer to be called, it's funny. People tell me I don't have a right to be want to be called that.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell are you?
But I gotta call you Miss Snickerbar.
Exactly.
Because that's who you.
Right. I can't call myself indigenous, but I gotta call you Mr. Gumball Machine.
Yeah,
because you feel like it.
Yeah,
but
because you feel like it.
Yeah,
but because I feel like this.
So I digress.
But you're a cis man. You're a cis male.
I digress. But yeah, as far as like even, and it might be some truth.
That's correct.
It might be some truth to what you're saying about I want to see him now because I know I'll never see him again. Does that make my feeling any less valid?
Yeah.
How? Because
you want the toy that your brother just broke,
but
because your brother broke it.
But look at it like this: I didn't know I wanted to see all of the monuments in the boulevards until you showed me the eagle.
Yeah, yeah.
That don't make me want to see him any less or any more artificial.
But I guess it's like, all right. So you know, before we went to Wisconsin Dells, you know, I was all about mound builders, and I wanted to figure out who these people were.
Right.
And we got tickets to the Cubs playing the Cardinals in St. Louis. I'm like, oh, this is 4 miles from the stadium. Right. We have to go to this. Like, there's no, I'm going to go see this, even if it means missing the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went there, and I saw that, and it was beautiful. And then we went to Wisconsin Dells, and I see all these Native American people up here, and I'm like, man, what's west of this? You know? And now we want to go to Mount Rushmore, but it's not Mount Rushmore, you know, that I want to go see. I don't care about 4 dudes' faces carved into the side of a mountain. I just want to get that far away from Chicago to the west, and I want to see the nature out there. I want to see birds that I've never seen fly over here. And I want to, you know, I want to see people. You know, it's crazy that there's 7 billion people on this planet, and we all look different.
See, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, at some point, I feel like God had to run out of faces.
7 billion?
Like, is it really 7 billion faces?
Yeah.
And do they all
alive
look
right
different?
now? Alive right now.
Like, because I was looking at the home run documentary, the 30 for 30, Sammy Sosa versus Mark McGwire.
Sammy Sosa got 2 faces.
And the first face is LeBron's face.
Hey, man, it's time to get back to the students.
All right, man. Look, thank y'all for watching, man. We gave y'all the tags in the beginning of the show, man. I am at Chicago Fog on all social media.
I am at ENONOMOS. Anonymous.
Barbecue sauce in the Midwest.
Oh, yes.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all tune in next week for episode 95. What time is it?
Time to get back to the students.
Double salute. Thanks for watching and listening. Peace.